Hi there, Occupy friends. This is William. I'm in Norman, Oklahoma. I'm actually sitting in front of the library at the University of Oklahoma campus, and we're going to talk about the NEAT Act just a little bit. It's going to be a pretty short visit. I'm trying to get a lot of things done this afternoon before it starts raining, and it's right out there to the west. And um, yeah, the NEAT Act does three things. It nationalizes the Federal Reserve. It ends the power of banks to create money and gives it to us. And we spend that money into the economy. Those are the three things that it does. And we can do the things that we need to do because whoever controls the power to create money controls the nation. And with the NEAT Act, it's going to be us. And that's pretty fucking simple. And this is an act that was put into Congress by former Congressman Dennis Kucinich from Cleveland, Ohio, who started his career out fighting bankers who were trying to repossess the power company that was owned by the city of Cleveland, and he beat them. They used that money to do programs for the poor. Now, then, later on, much later on, that was when he was 26 years old, he discovered the NEAT Act and helped us get it written, get it thoroughly vetted for going into law, and it's ready to go. We're going to have to do it though. It's going to require a revolution, equivalent to the civil rights legislation. And you know how that got done. Yeah, Martin Luther King was nonviolent. That's what he said, even though his home was filled with guns. And he used the blacks that were rioting in the street to get that legislation passed. He used them, not directly, but there they were. And they were burning down America. And Johnson wanted the blacks. He wanted the support of the blacks, and he also knew that Africa was up for grabs, and we couldn't be treating blacks like we treat them now to get Africa. It was up for grabs between us and the Soviet Union. And he allowed the blacks that were in the street burning down America to go, and not directly supporting them, but they were there, and that's the reason that Johnson agreed to the legislation, the voting rights and the civil rights legislation. It was just allowed. And I wonder how the Black Lives Matters people are going to do, because they're pretty much a nonviolent group. They chant in the streets, but they've got to know that chanting in the streets ain't going to get the job done. Also, besides Africa, Johnson and knew that we were in competition for the nations of Africa with the Soviet Union. He needed the blacks for the Vietnam War. The blacks had been in World War II, but they had only dug trenches and latrines and cleaned the things and cooked the food and that kind of thing. They were not in battle, I guess, except for the Tuskegee Airmen. But in the Army, no. And because they were not allowed. And but by the time Vietnam came along, Johnson knew that he needed them in Vietnam. You know, the high school that I went to, and it was a long time after I was there. It was actually when one of my son-like sons were there, and no, it was. I guess it was just not long after I was there. One of my friends, and the guy that directs the the history museum in Henrietta, Oklahoma. One of his friends and mates. The only one that was killed from Henrietta High School was a black boy that lived in a community called Grayson, and I think it was Grayson, outside of Henrietta, because they wouldn't allow blacks to live in Henrietta. It was a sundown town. But this one came to the high school, real well liked, real gentle boy. He was the one that got killed. Johnson managed to get him in to the war. He missed me, bastard, because I was just lucky enough to get in the reserves. Lucky is what I was. I was just fucking lucky because I was out. Let's see if I can aim this up just a little bit here. I aimed it the wrong way, huh? How come it won't go up? There we go. There we go. That library behind me. So, anyway. Martin Luther King, the great nonviolent one, used violence to get what he wanted. Guess it came after he was dead, because violence got him. So, anyway, we're sitting on the campus of the University of Oklahoma, and that's the library behind me. See it? No. So, I don't know how we're going to get the NEDAC passed, but it's probably going to take something like what got the civil rights legislation passed. You know, there's Antifa, but I don't think Antifa's quite got what it takes. Maybe they do, but it doesn't seem like they do. But I watched the riots in Kenosha, and those were done by the blacks. Probably some whites in there, probably some Antifa boys in there, but that was a black riot, and they burned that fucking place down. And you know what they got? The first thing? Pardon and parole. Yeah, they got the place where they were all having to go once a month or twice a month or once every day or whatever to report in and piss in a bottle. They burned the fucking place down, and I mean they burned it flat. I watched it right on this, right here. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you all?
Very good.
So, yeah, they burned that thing flat, burned some car dealerships, burned I don't know what all. But Kenosha was on fire that night. And I wonder what it's going to take to get the NEAT Act passed. I don't know whether they got anything passed. Probably not. Probably not at all. Let's see if I can This thing ought to go up. There we go. Just needed a little boost. Come on. Okay, I'm fucking around here. I shouldn't be doing that. Well, anyway, I just wanted you slackers and broken glass boys and the men that love them to wonder about what it's going to take, because we could turn this country upside down. Where the bankers, we have to go to them to borrow money. We can make it where they have to come to us to borrow money, and that's what happens in the NEED Act. They're going to be able to make loans, but they're going to have capital, number one, or people that deposit with them that give them permission to loan their money, or they come to the Federal Reserve, which will, in the NEED Act, be in the Treasury Department and ask us for money. And they're going to need trillions and trillions. And we're going to be able to decide what we will loan them money for. And let's don't give them money to go bomb every place in the world and spread our Puritan country everywhere in the world. Let's quit that shit. So there's a couple of books that I want you to take a look at. One of them is The Lost Science of Money by Stephen Zarlinga, and that's where the NEED Act comes out of the history that he discovered and wrote about in that book. And A Renegade History of the United States is the other book by Thaddeus Russell. A Renegade History of the United States by Thaddeus Russell. That'll start giving you the background that you need to understand what we've got to do and how we're going to have to do it. So I'll talk to you again soon. Let's just take a little look around the campus here while we're here. There we go. There we go. There's just a little look around. There's that building. No, my gimbal doesn't want to change angles. See if I can just kind of shove it. Yeah, there. It's all built like stacks of books. And there's our clock tower. There's the clock tower. And then I'm going to show you something that's unique to me here. Let's see. Hi there, Alex. The same sky as here. Yeah, it's gray. It is a gray sky. Where are you at, Alex? Tell me. So, now here's something that's unique to me here. Let's see if I can make this thing. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing, but while we're looking there, we'll look up to the, see, there's the sky, there's that clock tower again. Now we're gonna look down, and we're gonna look at this manhole cover here. This manhole cover was made in the iron foundry that I owned and operated for 20 years. Yeah, it says Decker Foundry, Henrietta, Oklahoma. And Hi there. Let's see who came on from western part of Russia. Hi there, Kaliningrad, Alex. I follow another guy named Alex. It's in Volgograd, and he's a young engineer, about 27 years old. Rides his bicycle around Volgograd and gives us a view of the place, and I like that because that's where the Russian army started marching against Hitler. Yeah, like you're gonna get a picture of the manhole cover. Okay, cool. Snap a picture of it. It's on the plaza here in front of the University of Oklahoma Library. And okay, you followed me? Okay, cool. Okay, now let's look up here a little bit. See what we can. Uh-oh. My gimbal is cold or something. It doesn't. It's responding, but real slow. Come on. There we go. Oh, see this fountain here? The boys here call this the urinal. Each one of those are pissing in the urinal. Bunch of them, huh? and that's when it's going. Of course, it's now wintertime here, and oh, you follow Alex? Yeah, that's cool. It's 35 degrees here. It's not too much colder than that here. It's, well, let's see. No, it's warmer than that here. It's 52, I think. Yeah. So let's get a little. Why is this thing? I haven't held. There's a little better picture of the there it is, of the library. And around on the other side is real classical. Frank Lloyd Wright called it Cherokee Gothic. I'll walk around there a little bit and we'll just show you. That's the there. That's the Physical Sciences building. They've got a new part on the other side. And here, we'll go around so you can see my bicycle. There's my bicycle that I'm on. I'm actually headed out to another park, but I'm not going to ride the bicycle on the park because the video just doesn't get too good on the bicycle. So now I'll just walk clear around in front of the building. This is the part of the library I'll show you now is the library that was here when I was a student here in the 60s. This part that I just showed you was not here. And let's go here. They have an observatory up on top of this building. One of my friends he likes the stars. So he has talked me into coming down here and looking at this stuff. And I think next year they're going to have a whole new setup with the telescope. They're going to be able to put it on a screen so you don't have to bend down and take a look through that little hole. And so I'll come down here next semester. Well, if they're allowed. I guess I didn't do it. That's right. Because of the COVID, they didn't do it this fall. Okay, there is the library as it was. When I was a student here, see it? Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright. He had a good friend that was the architect that put the OU Architecture School on the map. Here, a guy named Bruce Goff, and Frank Lloyd Wright used to stop here and visit him. And Bruce Goff had an apartment up by where I have an apartment, and I'd say the sidewalk right there out in front. Bruce Goff and Frank Lloyd Wright used to walk up and down and visit there. And yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright, Bruce Goff, Goff, I think is how you spell his name. He was quite a notorious man here on the OU campus, and they finally got rid of him. They entrapped him with a 14-year-old boy. Of course, it didn't take much to entrap, but Bruce, he liked those 14-year-old boys. And I was 14 at the time. I should have come over and visited him. I lived 100 miles from here. I could have stuck my thumb up and come over here and knocked on his back door, and he just said, "Come on in, young man." And so I don't think it had changed my life one bit. Because I had someone who invited me to come on in, young man. And he was a student here back in the 40s. Yeah. Took me for a walk on campus. Hi there.
You're not doing anything wrong, but if you wouldn't mind moving your bicycle off that rail.
Oh, I'm gonna go up and move it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just I'm showing people the library that was here when I was in school, not the new one. So how are you doing?
All right. Yeah, we have a problem with students trying to attach everything under the sun to that rail, so we have to.
Oh, mine's not attached. Mine just sitting there. And I'm just going for a walk. I'm talking to Alex here in Russia. Isn't it amazing what we can do?
All my phone does is tell me stories.
Huh?
I just listen to audiobooks when I walk.
Oh. Well, I've learned to use my little gimbal here and walk a little bit and talk about things I want to talk about. And
But yeah.
see, there's the library.
We just had an issue with too many bicycles trying to attach there, whether they're attached.
Oh, yeah. I know. And stealing bicycles. God dang.
Yes.
That's a $3,000 bike there.
Yeah, it's a very good bicycle.
Yeah, it's a Amsterdam style bike, but it's got a 500 watt electric motor on it. I can ride that to Oklahoma City and around back. Yeah.
I don't even have a bicycle any longer.
Oh, it's what's made it possible for me to get around and live on Social Security. Don't have to have a car. Yeah.
Mine's paid off, but you know how cars go.
Yeah, they go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was the security guard for the library. She wanted me to make sure that I didn't leave my bicycle locked up here on the on this. So, yeah. Actually, I got the bike for $1,000 because I bought it. I bought it on a Indigo when a fundraising thing when they first started out in January. I gave them $1,000, and it took quite a while, but we finally got the bike, and now I'm waiting on 2 extra batteries for the bike, so I can ride it to Oklahoma City, which is 21 miles from here, and ride around, do things in the city, and come back. And we don't have any bus service to to Oklahoma City on weekends, and so I can go take part in events and get to know the Black Lives Matter people up in Oklahoma City, which is what I plan to do. I used to be pretty involved with the black community up there back several years ago, but I've lost contact. But now I'll make contact again. There's some more of the campus. So okay, I'm going to turn this around to the and say bye to you. It's been good talking to you, Alex. Take care, and I will watch for you on watching the other Alex in Volgograd, because I really do enjoy what he's doing. And let me see what you said. I've got something that's blocking us. May go around the globe. Yeah, on the bicycle. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, you have a great day too, and bye now. Take care. Here we go.